begins a new age of knowledge.
Hello everyone, this is Bambichu, and today I'm going to show you how to improve your game mechanics in Dota and how you can combine certain things, certain aspects to sort of improve your game over time. And what I'm going to go over right now is the heroes, and we're going to go into something that's called demo mode, and then we're just going to practice things like using items, using spells, having your items on the correct slots, etc, etc. So normally what I like to do when I start is I like to take Tinker, because Tinker is a hero that has a lot of slots. He has a lot of spells. He's using all the spells.
Hardly be more ideal.
So I'm gonna click demo hero here, and we're gonna get into the demo mode here. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm going to disable creep spawn. Make sure that I type that correctly. So every demo mode comes with cheats, and a cheat is usually prompted by a dash command followed by something after it. So normally, if I want to level up to max, I type dash level up space and then the level. So I want to level up to max. So normally you can type whatever here, but I'm usually just typing 24 because that makes 25 and that makes 10. So now I'm level 25. I'm gonna select all the talents that I usually go. So that is cast range, spell lifesteal, marginal machine damage, heat-seeking missile, ministun. That's just because that's normally what I go in the games. And then I'm gonna level up all my skills as well. So we're just gonna level those up. This town score portal I'm gonna get rid of for now. And then, since this is demo mode, I'm gonna close this real quick. You see that you have 9,000 or 99,999 gold, so you have infinite amount of gold. So I'm just gonna buy all the late game items for Tinker pretty much. So that's roughly there. And then what I'm gonna do here now is, this is very important when you play this game. If you want to play it correctly and consistently, you want to make sure that you try to at least keep all of the items on the same keybinds, like for every game that you play. So normally when I play a game, I have my teleport on my fourth key here. I'm probably just gonna zoom in to show you guys. So you can see on the first key I have my Dagon. On the second key I usually have some sort of control item or like a BKB or something, so that's where I'm using my sheepstick. 3 is always going to be blink for me. No matter like what hero I'm playing, if I have a blink dagger, it's going to be on button 3. C is usually some sort of on-use effect item that I use on enemies. In this case it's going to be the Ethereal Blade. And then here on my last button is actually my X key. But for now, since Aghanim Scepter doesn't have an on-use effect, I'm just gonna keep the Aghanim Scepter on my X key. So then I'm also gonna get a bottle and a soul ring, because even if you're playing Tinker late game, you usually carry your bottle and your soul ring in your stash here or in your backpack. So then I'm not gonna do a WTF mode, so I'm just gonna have all my spells like on cooldown like this, just to sort of keep it like somewhat realistic. But I am gonna keep this refresh command. So this refresh command, what it does is dash refresh will refresh your spells. So I'm gonna keep that on the control C, so I can just control V it as soon as I need it, in case I feel like I wanna retry something. And then what I normally do is I usually do a create hero Sven enemy. That's usually what I do. And then I usually just level up no, it's level bots, sorry, 24. And then I usually give him a heart, and that's it. So this, now he's sitting on 3,850 health, and I can skill his skills, that doesn't really matter to me, but I will skill his talents, just because I can. So, normally, what I will do now is I will go to base, so I will just teleport home, and then I will just attempt now to kill him with a rotation. But now you can see I can't see him. That's because creeps is disabled. So I will do dash all vision. So I will have vision of everything right now. But this is just for practice mode, so this doesn't matter. So I am now in base. So I will just reset my skills. And then I will teleport here. And then I will try to kill him with a rotation. Right? So now that they increased the mana cost of Cypher Vice, I don't really necessarily know if I can kill him in one rotation. I will need the Fountain Rejuvenation in order to kill him in one go, but I will teleport here and then I will try to kill him. So normally what I do is I use my W because heat-seeking missile takes the longest to travel. Then I will blink closely and I will use the Ethereal Blade because Ethereal Blade has a projectile now that is kind of slowish. Then I will instantly Hex, followed by a laser, followed by a Dagon into a rearm. So it will look something like this. Okay, so now I can just refresh. This is fine. I can just go back here, just do everything all over again. So refresh. So that is just the first one. That is just my first burst. So I used all the items that I needed to. So once again, I will teleport in right here. I will use my heat-seeking missiles. I will blink over here. I will use my Ethereal Blade. I will use my laser, and then I will use my Dagon. And that's it. Then I will rearm, and then I will just redo it again. So this is muscle memory and also practicing your keybinds. Because practicing your keybinds is really important because, trust me, I have a lot of friends who play. And when I look at their player perspective, I see a lot of this. And that is absolutely terrible to be doing. If you're playing right now and you know that you're using click on just like maybe 1 or 2 items, you think like, no, it's just 1 or 2 items, doesn't really matter that much. It matters immensely, right? So because you're doing this, you move your eye focus down to here. And that's gonna take like 0.5 seconds to almost a second, depending on how accurate you are with your mouse. So moving it down here, clicking here, and then moving it back up here to click again. Is so much slower than just simply moving your mouse over to the target and then click. Moving your mouse over to the target and then click. Same with the teleport scroll. People think that just like having a teleport scroll and just doing this, followed by this, is okay. Look at the amount of time you need to spend doing that. So look at this. You need to go down here. You need to click on your teleport. And then you need to go down here and then you need to click. So your eye movement shifts from middle of the screen to down to your inventory slot, over to your minimap. And it's great that you're watching the minimap, but right now when you're focusing on the minimap, you're only focusing with where your mouse cursor is. So you're actually not doing anything productive right now. So instead of doing click, I'll just do like click, and then I can look around while this is happening. So then once again, heat-seeking missiles, blink, Ethereal Blade, laser, sorry, sheepstick, laser, Dagon. So,
Incoming.
rearm,
This goes
done.
here.
Okay, refresh, go back, I don't need to teleport this time, and just try it all over again. So,
Heads up. That shouldn't be there.
now, if you notice, I'm using Quick Cast. And I really recommend that you start using Quick Cast if you're gonna play Tinker. Personally, I recommend that. You can of course do it just normally if you wanna be clicking like this. Now I have Alt as my alternative key, so that's why I'm pinging a lot when I'm doing this. But yeah, so I'm using Quick Cast. That just means that I can do this a lot faster. So then the next step that you want to try to do is you want to try to be able to kill him. You want to rearm and you want to do it all over again. So looking at your keybinds, you want to have a sort of you want to set up an order, right, for the keys that you want to click. So you can look at your keyboard right now. Just like take a look at your keyboard, position your fingers in the order that you would do this combination. So I know that I would go W with my middle finger, 3 with my index finger, then I would go C with my thumb, and then I would go 2 with my middle finger, Q with my ring finger, and then followed by 1 with my ring finger. So that is my order right now. So I will put it up on the screen as you can see. So it's W, 3, C, 2, Q, 1, R. And that is just my combo. That is just like, that is gonna be my muscle memory practice that I'm gonna do now. And it says here that I've been playing for 8 minutes. I don't even care. I do this for like 30 minutes a day sometimes. Like if I haven't been playing Dota for like 2 days and I come back, this is like the first thing I do. Because I am not comfortable going into a game without warming up my fingers and practicing some sort of muscle memory practice. So usually I'm doing it with Tinker. You can do it with anything. I'm gonna showcase as well how you can do it with support, how you can do it with a carry, how you can do it with something like you can even do it with Meepo. Even if you don't play Meepo, you can just try it with Meepo. And that's fine. So the practice mode here is great. Things like Invoker, who I've been playing the most. Haven't been playing him a lot recently because I've sort of like kind of want to do something else. I want to try other heroes. I'm practicing my Shadow Fiend. I'm completely garbage at Shadow Fiend, so I'm practicing the directional move with him. And I used to be decent at it, but as I taking a break from Shadow Fiend for a bit, I'm just like absolute dog shit right now. So right now, I'm gonna go back to base, and I'm gonna try to kill him with a full rotation, and just like remember my keybinds. So I'm gonna put it up on the screen once I'm doing it again. I'm just gonna hit refresh. I'm gonna teleport in. I'm gonna try to kill him.
Incoming. This
I'm Gabe Newell.
There you go.
You've just achieved
So
first blood.
since I've done
Thanks
this
and have
enough
fun.
times, I know that I don't need much more than just a Dagon on the third rotation to finish him off with one set of heart, no BKB, no nothing else. So that is fine. But now you can see like I could finish it in one rotation. I didn't really waste much of any. There wasn't really any downtime. And if you have downtime in practice mode, that's fine. Just have like downtime, miss, fuck up like 6 times. Go like, fuck, damn it, shit. Okay, next time, do this and this and this. And if you miss something that you got earlier, that's fine because you know that you can get it. So you just like practice each portion, each part, just a little bit at a time. So why I opted to go for the bottle and the soul ring at the same time is because I'm going to show you. Because normally what you do with Tinker when you get back to base is that you will swap these items out and you can even drop the Dagon. Now why I'm doing this is because it will remove a lot of the base mana. So as you can see here, if I put everything back in here, I have 2,725 mana. However, if I remove this item, it's 2,275. Move this item, move this item, move this item. Now it's only 1,275. So Soul Ring gives me 150 mana. Now if I have 1,275, that is going to be a lot more percentage-wise than if I have what I have when I have all the other items. 2,725. So I'm just going to showcase. Once again, I'm going to do my rotation, and I'm going to go back to base, and then I'm going to showcase using these items. And why I'm doing this is also because this is a really great practice for just swapping out your items like this. Because this is something that you might need to do in-game when you're playing a match. And you maybe want to try to swap your items and you're misclicking, you're maybe putting it on the wrong one. You want to put this one down here and then you accidentally do it here. So you can just use demo mode just to practice your mouse positioning with this. I still fuck up immensely with this when I'm in-game. So that is why I'm still trying to do this quite a lot when I'm doing the demo mode. So once again, I will try to do a full rotation on him, kill him, go back to base, swap all the items out, and regen. So that's my next step. Now, as I kind of have this combination down with my muscle memory, I don't feel like I need to keep on doing that without doing the item swappage. So what I want to practice right now is item swapping when I get back to base. That is what I want to try to do. So I'm going to teleport and kill him and get back and swap.
Now that's
So I can swap while I'm traveling like this, and then I can just do like this, pick it up. So this is what I want to practice right now. So you can see I got my mana back fairly quickly, and then I just swap them back in. So that is what I usually do when I'm playing Tinker. And or when I'm practicing Tinker rather. This is usually how I spend my time in demo modes. I don't usually make like, make like 100 axes and just like spam away and get rampages, because that's kind of like, doesn't really help. It's fun, but it doesn't really help. I can check like how much cleave does or anything like that, but if I'm just practicing muscle memory, that doesn't really help me at all. So now, of course, this is just showcasing with this build on Tinker, but there are, of course, other builds that you can have. You can have, like, mid-game builds or late-game builds differently. You could have an Aether Lens, you can have a Kaya, you can have a Bloodstone, you can have a Force Staff if you're playing as a Clockwork. What I will do then is I will move my Boots of Travels into something else, like a button that I don't normally use it for, and then I will put my Force Staff on my position 4 button, because for my every hero that I play and I have a Force Staff will always be on position 4. Force Staff will always be on position 4, no matter what. Force Staff trumps the Teleport Scroll. So if I usually have Teleport Scroll on position 4, and I get a Force Staff, I will move my Teleport Scroll to somewhere else, just to sort of have this constant key binding muscle memory that I know that this item will be here, this item will be here. I don't usually swap. If I swap, sometimes I could be a little bit uncomfortable using something I might misclick. But yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to get another hero in here just to practice. So let's go for a support hero. Let's go for I don't know. I prefer Winter Wyvern or Coddle in this sense, because you can sort of do a lot of things with them. I like them because they're very what is the word I'm looking for? They can do a lot of shit, basically. They have a lot of buttons, they have a lot of items that can help. So once again, I'm gonna level up to max this type there, take my soul. And you know, for Coddle, usually what I do is I go for something like this. So I will usually go for Mana Leak when I'm playing Coddle. And Aghanim Scepter. And then, usually I like to go for Blink Dagger.
Blink Dagger.
So once again, I'm positioning my items in the order that I want to. Blink Dagger on 3, as always. Force Staff on 4, trumps Teleport Scroll. Even if I have Teleport Scroll, I will put it on C or something. So what you can do with Coddle is that you can practice all his skill sets here for the enemy team, for example. Because Coddle is more of a dealing with enemies rather than assisting with allies sort of hero. He's more of a support that just like annoys the enemy heroes more than he is assisting your allies. But you can, of course, make an allied hero like a Lich here, for example, just to like practice your Force Staff movement or something like that. Just gonna let Lich as well, so he doesn't die instantly if someone goes on him. Let's see here. Let's just go for that one. The standard pub build. So like if, for example, Sven goes on Lich here now, what I can do is I just practice the normal push away, and then if Lich starts around, I just Force Staff him away. That is also something that you can do, because there's no reason when you're playing a support and you have a Force Staff up and you can save them that you shouldn't use it. Like if they're like, for example, like this, and then they get jumped on. Let's see if I can get a Blink Dagger here. So Sven blinks, stuns on this guy. What you do is you just Force Staff him away instantly. You don't waste no time. You see that there's a Sven onto someone. Sven is a melee hero. He used his initiation tool, Blink Dagger, already to get close to Lich. He can't use it again.
I must wait.
It's 14-second cooldown. No, sorry, 15-second cooldown. Lich is now saved, and I pushed Sven back using my Blinding Light. Right? So that is something that you can practice here. You can just set up. So what I normally think is like, oh, my stupid teammate's gonna get caught out here. I know it. I can smell an initiation coming here. Luckily, he is facing a way where if they initiate on him, I can Force Staff him away. So we just like set it up like this. So we just Force Staff, Blinding Light. Now the reason that takes a little bit of time is because I'm controlling all 3 heroes. But normally in a game, what you want to practice is you want to try to do this as quickly as possible. So you just Force Staff Blinding Light. So that would be 4F.
It's not time.
Index finger 4, index finger F.
Brightly shine.
So that is my positioning for those items. So you see I have just a regular Q, W, E, E, D, F, R setup. I haven't set up anything particular other than the standard for just the spells. It's my inventory that's a little bit different in that sense. I don't have the standard. So you want to try to set it up so that it fits you. I know I have a friend that goes from 1 to 5 or 1 to 4, and then this extra key is still F, and then the inventory slots are like Z, X, C, V, B, N, something spacebar. I don't know. This just doesn't work for me, but you try to figure out what works for you. And you want to try to figure it out so that you can click all buttons, let's see how many is it, all 6 plus, so all 12 of them, with this one included. There might be like an additional one. No, that's it. So all 12 or 10 all 10 of them, in quick succession. So you want to be able to get over your keyboard really quickly from Q all the way down to X. So Q, W, E, D, F, R, 1, 2, 3, 4, C, X. You want to be able to do it in roughly that pace. If you can't do it in that pace, you might either need to work on your muscle memory, or you need to work on your precision on your keyboard, or you need to just simply change keybinds. So once again, Q, W, E, D, F, R, 1, 2, 3, 4, C, X. That is my keybinds. So I want to be able to do it at least in that pace. And then of course you can switch it up. So you can go Q, 1, W, 2, 3, E, etc, etc. So you can even make like a little, what is it called? Sorry, I forgot the name right now. You can even make like a little text document that you can write down what sort of combinations of keys you want to click and then you just practice it. So yeah, once again, Q, W, E, D, F, R, 1, 2, 3, 4, C, X. Right? So I'm just moving my fingers over my keyboard as I'm saying that, trying to just hit the keys. So then as Coddle, once again, as I said, he's more of an annoyance to the other heroes. So you want to try to figure out what sort of spell combination, positioning, etc, that you want to use. But in this game mode, we're just going to practice spell combination for now. So with Coddle, you want to use the Chakra Magic on yourself in order to get a cooldown reduction duration, or cooldown reduction of 6 seconds. Then you can either use Illuminate or Mana Leak, and since I have the +2 second Mana Leak stun, I will use Mana Leak, followed by Blinding Light, followed by maybe a Force Staff, depending on if I feel like I'm safe if he's alone, followed by Illuminate, followed by another Mana Leak, etc, etc. So E, W, F, 4, Q, and now he can try to run away of course, but he doesn't want to because he has Mana Leak. And then once again we can just use Mana Leak and he runs away. So now we can use this one, Q, he's stunned for a long time. We will Blinding Light him, so that if he tries to run away he will run back into it. Alright, Mana Leak is back up, he's stunned. We can do a Q. He'll try to run. Gets hit by that, we can do a Blinding Light, Mana Drain. So basically what I want to do now, right now, is just try to keep him stunned for as long as possible with whatever combination I can use. Ideally I want to use Chakra Magic into Mana Leak, just because it lowers the cooldown and by the time he's up it's stunned again, so I can just do this and he can try to run. And then I know that he's trying to run, so I just push him back in, and even if he tries to run, I'll just Chakra Magic stun him. Alright? And then you can use Chakra Magic, and then you can just start channeling this. Blinding Light, stun. Just like practice sort of these things. Practice be a nuisance, try to figure out how you're gonna deal with it.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Shadows take us.
Now, as I said earlier, I also like Winter Wyvern in this game mode because Winter Wyvern is a hero that you can really do a lot of stuff with. Because she has the Cold Embrace, right? And she also has the Splinter Blast, which is really good spells actually to use in Devil mode. So normally what I do is I just get these items, and then I haven't checked her towns for a while, but I guess you sort of want something like this. This depends on the fight. I will go for Cold Embrace cooldown right now, and then Splinter Blast. So normally what I will do, I will just get these items and then position them in the correct order. So once again, 4 for Force Staff, 3 for Blink Dagger, C for some sort of unused effect item, 1 for some sort of quick unused effect item that I need to get quickly, and Teleport is just gonna be there somewhere. So if, for example, Sven goes on this Lich, without me getting stunned, of course, because I accidentally control the Lich, that's fine. It's cookie the fuck up in this game mode. So just instantly Cold Embrace, Glimmer Cape, Force Staff. So now Sven cannot get the Lich at all. If he has detection or something like that, sure, okay, then he can do it. But then, just once again, you're playing a support that's assisting allies and attacking enemies. You're both being a nuisance and you're being sort of like a savior support. So R and Q and W are for enemies and E is for your allies, right? And then all these items are just for allies, basically. So E, 4, while pressing 1 at the same time, because you can actually do it. If you quick cast, you can just do like this. If you don't have quick cast, you can just spam ping, or spam click, sorry. So once again, Lich facing the way I want him to. He gets gone on and stunned by Sven. I will Glimmers, heal him, and Force Staff him. In that order as well, works as well, but whichever order you prefer. Force Staff needs to come out before, in the middle of everything though. Force Staff needs to be the essential item here, just to get him sort of to safe position. So E or 1, Force Staff, and then E or 1. So like that, it's safe. So it's not like you can only do this if you only play a core. That's not correct at all. You can actually do this if you're playing support. You can just like sort of try to move around, hit Sven, and while you're doing that, you can try to save your ally at the same time. So if you're busy doing this and your ally is getting caught, you just do that while you're still continuing to hit Sven. And then if they go on your ally over here, you can just use your ultimate if something happens, for example. So it's just like a lot of muscle memory and getting used to your keybinds, etc, etc. So once again, I'm gonna show real quick. I'm gonna try to put up the keybinds on the screen as well. So that would be that I'm hitting him, Lich gets gone on, I will rescue him real quick there, and then I still keep on going with the Sven, and then if they try to go for me, I can just get away, and then I can heal us both, and we should be okay. Similar things can be done with Dazzle. You know, you can Shallow Grave, Glimmer Cape, Force Staff in quick succession. You can also use an Urn, depending on your hat. You can use a Shadow Wave, a heal. Let's see, are there any other heroes that are pretty decent for this in terms of support? Because I know like a lot of people who want to learn Dota usually play support as well. And they just look and they struggle and think like, oh, I see all this things that, you know, Weehaw does or RTC does in demo mode where they're playing like these carry heroes and they're doing all these amazing combos and stuff like that, but I cannot do it because I'm playing support, and it's just, life sucks playing support. That's not true at all. You can play, like Shadow Demon is a good support you can do this to, Bane is a good support you can practice here, even Crystal Maiden is a hero. You know, like, just like practice your inventory, for example, when you're in here. Because if I get stunned, if I'm playing with friends and I get stunned, and they have a Force Staff, and they're right here, and they're dealing with this rather than this, I will yell at them. I will be like, Force Staff! And if that doesn't happen, sorry, I will try to lower the lower the volume on that one, hopefully in post-production. But yeah, so if they're busy doing this, and they're just like killing me over here, and they have a Force Staff this entire time, and I was like, oh yeah, fuck, okay, well, that didn't work out very well, did it? So it's just like me being dead. What's the point? So I'd rather have them go into this game mode and just like practice saving my ass, right? You can do amazing things to support. Supports are the playmakers of the game. There's no way to win a game without a support if it's a 5v5 where everyone is equally matched. You can have like someone is playing poorly and you can capitalize on it, or someone is playing godlike and you can capitalize on it. But if it's a 5v5 with equally matched opponents, if your supports are sluggish, haven't practiced their keybinds, doesn't give a damn about their keybinds, and still want to try to win, then they don't actually want to try to win. They just like kind of want to get along for the ride, to just sort of get the I will support quotation marks, but I won't buy wards and I won't use force staff on you. Get out of here. So that is something that I know like a lot of people are struggling with. It's really frustrating me because most of my friends actually play support. So when we get a group of 5 and 4 people play support, it's really annoying because then they will play carry and they will play a core or a carry and they won't be comfortable with their items. Because they haven't really thought about maybe how they're gonna set up their items, or they click their items like this, or they click their spells, even God forbid. But when I'm playing with 4 other people, and all of them are playing supports regularly, I just hope that they know their keybinds. That is all I can do. I just hope that they are comfortable with their keybinds. Then I don't really necessarily care if you can play the hero. It's just when the situation happens, you know what you can do with your inventory slot. You have a BKB, use your BKB. You have a blink dagger, use your blink dagger. You have a force staff, you use your force staff. You keep your force staff in your mind at all time. Of course, when I play sometimes as well, it's like, oh fuck, I forgot I had a Yule Scepter, for example, because I just got it or something. And then since then, I will always think about my Yule Scepter in that game. So it's just a little slip up, but that happens. Right guys, so that's going to conclude part 1, mechanics of my improved Dota video series that I'm planning on making. Sorry that it's been taking me almost 1.5 years to make a new video. I have not really gotten around to making any videos as of late. I haven't even been streaming or playing Dota much as of late, but I'll hopefully get everything sorted and get back to it eventually. Feel free to leave a comment, some criticism down below. Suggestions maybe for a topic for a video in the future. Thanks guys for watching, and I will see you next